if multiple people wanted to do this, but I just had an idea. If someone wants to go, you could possibly step outside and we could just have multiple people do the same deck. So if anyone feels so inclined. No? Alright, so then you're up whenever you're ready.
Alright. It seemed like such a good idea.
Lots of things to do in theory.
Yeah. Hi everybody, I'm glad you came to see this. I'm not starting yet. I'll press it when it's time. Working up to it. Really, this has been a labor of love for me, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I'm about to.
Or not.
Maybe you will. Right? Yeah. Oh, you want me to do that? Yeah. Okay, I can do that. Welcome to Encienda Improv 2.6. I'm Zach Chase for about 20 seconds. What you're about to see is completely made up with only the suggestions of students who may or may not like me, as well as colleagues who may or may not like me. I think it's about family and community, and really I think that's the thing that we do very well here at SL8, from our advisory to all the connections we create outside of that. We use social networking because we know it's important to connect with people in all facets of their lives. And sometimes it's important to have fun together, and I think that's incredibly key. Speaking of the advisory, toward the holiday season before winter break, it started with just getting together and having a meal in our advisories. It became a whole program where all advisories get together and have a joint meal together, celebrating community and having fun. It's also important to know that we have to start at some point thinking about beyond high school. Right now in my district in Colorado, we're working with elementary schools and getting them ready for having one-to-one devices in their hands as well, so that it's not surprising. We don't need no education. I think that's a great song. Just wanted you to know. It's also important to be able to look like a fool in front of the people that we are supposed to be teaching, like right now. And I think it is incredibly key to say, I don't know, to say, what do you think? To say, yeah, that was stupid, I made the wrong decision, and say it as often as possible so that our kids know that they can do it. And to never be Chris Christie. Well, I got for 20 seconds, just really focus on never being Chris Christie. And going outside. It's also important, as Jeff mentioned, to get connected to the world around us and to think about those things as much and as deeply as possible. There's a great book about environment and place-based education that you should read. You should also go to the art museum. And it's important, I don't know if you know this, the Rocky statue used to be at the top of the steps and they moved it to the bottom because they thought it was a distraction to the great art that happened there. And I think it's important to remember that the kids who want to go inside the museum and the kids who want to pose by Rocky are in our schools together and that we're teaching them all. And that's just Kessler. The EduConcierge is a thing that didn't exist the first year of EduCon, and then it did because the kids said, we see a need, we see a problem, I have a certain set of skills. Gary Steger and Will Richardson are best buddies. I don't have a thing at all for this one. It's just great. If you shake Will Richardson's hands, they're very large and kind of scary. I'm a vegetarian, so that's why they put this slide in. But it's always interesting. My kids talked about dissection when I was a teacher. And they're like, do you ever dissect things? You're a vegetarian. And I said, yeah, because I wanted to learn about things that I didn't actually want to do. I love you guys so much. We also have to remember the families that our kids are coming from. And then sometimes they're weirder than who we are. Don't know who that is. And it's really interesting. Thank God.
Working the video feeds, 2 minutes and back to your battle stations.
Sometimes you have to just stop.
Video feeds, 2 minutes and then back to your battle stations. Thank you.
Again, don't be Chris Christie. It's really important to remember, again, that the views of our kids and the views of us and the views of our colleagues are oftentimes going to be different. but that the goal is to be asking good questions and working to find better answers, no matter what side of what they come into our classroom living on. And to remember that they come from the entire part of the city, because we have kids at SLA from every zip code in the city, and we keep saying that. And I think about my district, where we've got only 2 zip codes, and so people probably think that's not very impressive. But it is important to know that they come from all different places, and that sometimes this looks like best work, and sometimes it looks like worst work, and we have to praise kids, and we have to push kids, and we have to, most of all, ask good questions. Because they might want the medal, but they also might want to just get out of your classroom, go home to their cat. It's also important to remember that sometimes your children are allergic to things, and you might not want cats or peanuts in your classroom. And that if you get at the end of the day and you feel like this, but your kids don't feel like this, that maybe you did something wrong. Or if they feel like that in the middle of your class, then maybe you're doing something wrong. And it's okay to throw out whatever you're doing to do something else, such as right now. Thank you very much.